Hi guys, I was asked a while ago if I would show my latest knife alongside the original Bobcat, the sort of prototype of it, to I suppose to see if there's been any sort of changes, development. I mean, there's not going to be a huge amount because let's face it, I'm only up to Bobcat 6, so but there have been some changes, so it seemed a reasonable thing to do for a video. I know it's also an opportunity to show where the sheath making has got up to, and one other piece of leather work that I've done. Okay, so there's Bobcat 6. That's the one with the purple Kironite handle with the logo on, and at the bottom is the Bobcat prototype. This has got boxwood handle, and it's not stabilised. I've just I've finished it with what is it, the CCS oil sort of and polish kit. Finishes it quite nicely. It is 3mm 01 tool steel. I messed the bevel up badly on this one, and it's still not great. I've had a go at freehanding that bevel, and I guess you can probably tell it's not very good. But I've got to sort of practice doing the freehand to get better at it. Otherwise, how am I ever going to improve? So that's the original, and this is Bobcat 6. It's also 3mm 01 tool steel. It's got Kironite handle. Well, perhaps if I get that in the sun a little bit, might catch us a little bit better. It's quite tricky lighting out here actually. There, that's not too bad. I think one thing that you might be able to pick up is that the finishing on my flats is now better. Got white liners on that one. I don't go for the sort of rounded handles that a lot of the Woodlaw style knives go for. I go for a more shaped one. I do still go for the Coke bottle, as you can see, but in terms of the sort of side profile, I go for a more shaped finish. I also put a sort of curve on the spine here, which I think helps with the sort of the seating of your thumb for when you're working the knife. I think my bevel's better on this one using the 2x72. I think that's one area I've definitely improved. This knife is for my daughter. She chose the Kironite. I've never worked Kironite before, quite enjoyed it actually. Aluminium pins, aluminium lanyard tube, as opposed to the mosaics that I used here. Yeah, and a mosaic. These I didn't make, these were my first ones, I bought those in. Where I can, I now try and make my own mosaics. This is the sheath to go with the Bobcat 6. The purple stitching, picking up the purple that runs through, that's in the handle, and the black obviously. The silver, I've used a silver O-ring here. I'm now trying the idea of having the dangler fit the fire steel as opposed to on the side. I just think it keeps the sheath a little bit neater. My sort of standard multi-carry with the straps, I tool it and put a little bit of sort of surface finish on it. I've used a very high quality of Chicago bolt on this. I had to get them in from the States. I probably won't be doing that again because the sort of cost of them was a bit prohibitive. Finish on this, I don't go for a high shine. I don't use Resolene and things like that. I prefer the wax finishes. I've also on this one abandoned the sort of edge coat to get a sort of more, I don't know, a more smooth, but a matte finish. That's the word I'm after, isn't it? A sort of matte finish on the edge. Okay, so the two of those together I think work quite nicely. I think it's a nice package, that. So I'll just stop the video for a second and put it in the sheath. Okay, so there it is, sitting in the sheath. Hopefully she's going to be happy with that. She's seen it on Instagram and she's seen it on Facebook. She seems very happy when she comes round. I mean, making something for your daughter, that's a real pleasure. I changed the brass ring out for a nickel silver sort of finish. I tried to get a gunmetal finish one. I thought I'd found one on eBay, but they'd actually sold out of the 1-inch size which I needed, which was a shame. But I think the silver works well. It picks up the silver lanyard tube and you know, the edge of the knife, I think. And I put a she's got a real treat here. This is a titanium bead made by Lee Bennett that I'd been saving for something special, so she's going to get that thrown in the package as well. Of all the leather work I've done, this is probably the most special. This was made for my wife to celebrate her being appointed as a head to a secondary college where I work as well, actually. So my wife's my boss. Imagine that. I made her this for her sort of day-to-day diary that she keeps all the notes in. So it gets used every single day. It's got a tool panel, as you can see, and it's, I can't remember, 3mm hide, I think, dyed with oil dye, and inside it's been lined with pigskin and hand stitched around the sort of panels inside here. A logo, just take you in if it'll focus. Yeah, there we go, the logo stamped there. And so stitching of the panel goes around there. And another logo on the back there. I've had a few requests for these, but just getting the time to do it, to be honest. There's a lot of leather involved as well. I don't think people understand just what something like that would cost handmade. So when they ask for them, I sort of have to hit them with the reality of what it would cost them for me to make them one. Okay.